here we are.
Here we are, Paul.
Week 2's in the books.
Yeah. We're starting week 3 Monday.
Starting off on the right foot. We got anywhere from 1 to 20 inches of snow coming, depending on what forecast you listen to.
Yeah, the official forecast is like 4 to 8, 3 to 5 tomorrow, Sunday, and then 1 to 3 tomorrow night.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So what happened last week?
Well, not a lot.
Not a lot?
No,
I got to track some deer.
You did,
Finally,
yeah.
This early in the season to have, I think I had 3 days of.
Yeah. But as far as the shooting aspect of it, the birds are scarce.
They are.
They're very scarce. And we saw a deer, but never got the drop on one.
No, we're still seeing lots of
deer.
deer.
I shouldn't say we.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah. I can't get the drop on one, but
before we get too far into it, I've been getting a bunch of emails, some photos and stuff like that. I like to include them. They have a nice story or whatever. So there's a guy, Ryan from Ontario, who watches. He's actually from, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Aurelia, right near Aurelia, Ontario. And he shot his first track buck.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
So, you know the significance of Aurelia?
I don't.
Saying it right?
I don't, off the top of my head.
I think that's where, I believe he said that's where Gordon Lightfoot's from.
Oh, no kidding.
I like Gordon Lightfoot.
I just watched a documentary on the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, no way.
One of my favorite songs. Yeah. It was the anniversary, Paul, of the Edmund Fitzgerald sinking, November 10th.
Yes.
50 years ago,
okay.
1975, November 10th.
Yep. It's one of my favorite songs.
So one of the YouTube channels I watch, Discover UP, they had a little 20-minute piece on it. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
That they don't know how it sunk. Could have run ground or it could have broken up.
Yeah.
There were 80-mile-an-hour gales that day, and it was with another ship. They were kind of going in tandem, and then it just disappeared.
Yep.
So no survivors. 29 men
all died
on board. Yeah, very interesting.
Sounds like our deer season, 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, it's been windy.
Not quite 80
windy
miles
today too. Cool and
yeah. No,
cool
I'm
and
looking at the forecast this coming week, and a lot of days with
wind,
20-mile-an-hour, 25-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yeah. Well, the deer trackers love that though, Paul.
Yeah. That's
snow
fine.
with wind is
that's fine. The days we had some 35-mile-an-hour days there.
Yeah,
pushing 40, and it's really not so much the wind there. It's just I worry about a tree coming down in the 10 or something.
Yeah, while I'm in it.
Yeah, it's like, geez.
Although, Paul, I was out there on one of those real windy nights, and you could hear it howling on the lake.
Around the tent,
but it was calm around the tent. I was looking.
We're kind of in a bowl.
We really don't have a lot to worry about. It seems to be really protected there.
Yeah. All bird season, it'd be howling up on the ridge.
Yeah.
And inside, it sounds like it's crazy out.
It does.
And it would bother me.
Yeah.
But I would go out front and sit there, and there wasn't a hint of wind around the tent.
That's exactly.
You could sit there and relax.
Yeah.
And have no wind whatsoever, but all around you.
You can hear it. It sounds like you're in a wind tunnel.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right.
I did the same thing. Like I said, I went outside there to, in the middle of the night, and you could hear it howling, but I looked around the trees around the tent, and they weren't even moving.
No.
So,
up on that ridge there.
Yeah.
That can sound pretty.
And down on the lake, too.
The lake.
You can hear it down on the lake. The waves crashing and stuff on a windy, So
we had another guy. His name's Barak. Or Barak. I think I pronounced that correctly. He has a YouTube channel called The Tracking Archer. Shot his first Maine buck.
With a bow?
Nope.
Okay.
Tracking.
Yeah.
But sent me some pictures. He's been trying for a while. And sent me some pictures of that. So that's always good. Tough to shoot a Maine deer. And he had said he's hunted pretty extensively across the U.S.
Yeah.
And he's talked about the Northeast being a particular challenge.
Yeah.
To harvest a deer.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple too. There was the first day of bird season, I ran into a guide from OMM Outfitters, Eric Charles, and we talked for a while. He was from Kittery, Maine, and I happened to be online and see the Bangor Daily had a bunch of big bucks that were shot, and he was one of the guys, and I think it's the same guy, Eric Charles.
No kidding.
Beautiful, beautiful buck. It was 205, but the rack was really impressive.
Awesome.
Yeah, really impressive.
Awesome.
And then there was a report of a guy shooting one 291 pounds up here, Paul. And you've seen a picture of that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I think it was shot in Easton, Maine.
That's what I heard,
Yeah.
Paul. Yeah. Easton, Maine.
That's
So
a
a
big
291 pound deer. I think the largest we had the guy on the podcast that shot the largest in the state last year. It was 260 something. So this is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
It certainly has a chance of being the biggest deer in the state.
It's a big deer.
So, and that would be kind of interesting because the townships are adjoining, you know.
Yeah, Easton is not far.
Easton is connected to Fort Fairfield
Yep.
and stuff. So,
Yeah, not far at all.
yeah.
And there's Ron from Georgia. He shot a buck. Beautiful rack on it.
Yeah.
It's his biggest buck to date out of Georgia. And it's interesting, the live weight of that deer was 188 pounds.
That's a big deer in Georgia.
He said
Live weight. Okay.
live weight.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but even with that, he said that's a big
yeah.
deer for Georgia.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of okay, what would dressed weight be? And I always use like 20%,
Yeah.
but you'll read 20 to 30%, 25% is basically how much the internals weigh.
Right.
So yeah, depending on what you want to use for a number, it was somewhere around 140 pounds
Yeah.
dressed. So I was thinking of your deer, 161 pounds,
Yeah. And that's a small Maine buck.
small main buck, and
Yeah.
it's over 200 pounds live weight.
Right.
I think deer and deer hunting would use like a constant of like 1.28. So if you multiply your dressed weight by 1.28, it'll give you approximately what the live weight is. So yeah, using a factor of 1.28 that puts it at around like 21% is what the internals would weigh.
Yeah.
Or what proportion of the deer is weight's coming from the internals. But yeah, depending on what you use. So figure your deers, we consider that a small deer,
Right.
body wise, and, or not that large. I wouldn't say small, but yeah, relative to Georgia,
Mm.
you know, it'd be huge body wise. But Ron's had a very impressive rack.
Yeah.
Nice rack. And I'll put some pictures up of that. Yeah, and I'm always interested. We get some guys from different parts of the country that will email me. And I always try to ask, because some places they don't really weigh their deer or whatever.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's always been thought of as just a regional thing up here in the Northeast, a main thing really to weigh a deer.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see,
Yeah.
kind of get a relative feel of what deer are like in other parts of the country compared to here.
Yeah. And they're shooting a lot of deer in Maine, Paul. I checked the harvest dashboard. We were up to 31,803.
Dang.
So we're almost at 32,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of deer
That is a lot of deer.
midway through the season.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of deer.
Yeah.
This past week, we saw 4 one morning.
I think we saw 7 total this.
Yeah, we're pretty sure one was a buck with those ones.
Yeah. The one we saw coming out of the woods there Saturday evening.
Saw a beautiful buck.
Yeah, and that was 4:37. Legal time ended at 4:39.
Yep.
But once it get off the road and out of the headlights, you couldn't see a thing
Even
down
the road.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, there's a big buck.
Yeah.
He was
He
gone.
was right in front of the truck there.
Yeah.
We come around the corner and
I was flying.
yeah.
Hunted.
So we've been seeing a lot of deer. I think we've seen 14 or 15. 14 if you counted. I think one deer we really saw twice there, Paul, the first day when we saw the doe.
I've kind of been counting it as 2 different.
I think that deer was the same deer.
Probably was.
And so yeah, 14 deer we've seen during legal time.
Yeah.
You know. We've seen other deer like driving up, you know, and in Prescal or whatever, but in the woods during legal time, I think we've seen 14 deer. That's really good for us.
It is.
That's a lot of deer.
It is.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing so much sign.
Yeah.
So much sign. I think the first week, like I'd already discussed that, I tracked a buck. We had some snow in the higher elevations, not much, and we were going to lose it quick. But that was when the coyote chased away.
Yeah.
And then was it Monday? We've always been right on the line.
Yeah.
We're getting snow, but it's like just a tease. It's like you feel a little bit of pressure to go pretty fast because you're not going to have it all day long.
Exactly. You're under the gun.
And you're going to have it in high elevations, and you're kind of dependent on the deer staying
Up
in
high.
areas that are conducive to where the snow's going to be. Because if they get down near a body of water or something where it's thick,
you're going to lose the track.
You're out of luck.
Yeah.
So Monday, I think that was the day I tracked that buck over the mountain.
Yeah.
And so we get out. We had rained that night.
Oh, it rained hard that night. We had thunderstorms.
Yeah. And so we get up that morning, and I've been wanting to go around this rough road, but there's a fair number of deer that are hanging out in different areas. So my goal that morning was, we got some snow, not a lot, but it's higher going that way. We're going to take that road, see if we can cut some tracks crossing the road. And we just got 5 minutes from the tent. There was a nice buck track crossing the road. But it was still before legal time. I think we had 10 or 15 minutes before legal time. I was like, I'm going to go make my way over to a destination. And if I don't find anything between here and there that I want to take, I'll come back to this one. I got some time that morning. So we did. We cut some more deer tracks, but nothing impressive.
Right.
Nothing worth. So we get all the way to where I was going to turn around. I'm like, I'm going to go back and take that one. So now it took me about an hour to do all that. And it wasn't the freshest that morning.
No.
And this is how quick, things can happen. It was kind of crazy. There was bunch of hardwood whips, and then it hit the base of a mountain and then went like straight up. And they'd harvested up it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
How steep that was. And but that buck went like 50 yards from the road. There's a bed.
Yeah.
And then nice fresh track coming from it. Just walking. He went over and made a rub on a pretty good sized tree. He worked it over pretty good. Kind of fed a little bit. Went and made another rub. Not very aggressive, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then up over the mountain we went. Yeah, I had to laugh. I was going up, and I'm like, I hope I don't see him on this cliff anywhere because I'm not going to be able to shoot. I'm basically grabbing trees as I'm going up over the side of it. And so we get up on top. It was beautiful country up there. It was big woods. You could see quite a ways, and he wasn't going anywhere fast. And I was really taking my time. And the higher we got, there was about 4 inches of snow up there. Yeah. It was super fantastic. I kept thinking, man, I'm gonna see him. And he would stop. You could see, I'm like, he's looking for a place to bed. And he would stop and he'd kind of look out. He was up on this ridge and he would kind of look out down below. And he'd be like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. And he'd get if there was a blowdown, he'd get in and feed amongst the blowdown. Not a lot, but he would deviate a little bit. And then he'd go a little further and he'd stop. And I kept thinking, I'm going to catch him standing here someplace. And if he'd come around a corner or something, I'd see a blowdown off in the distance. Be like, oh, is he in that blowdown? And I never caught up to him until we get up on that plateau and they'd harvesed.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Yeah. I saw that on Onyx there. They cut the top of that. Right on the
opened.
peak.
Opened up on top of there.
Yeah.
And I had stopped before I get to the opening. I stopped there. I must have stood there 15 minutes or so. And because I'm like, he's not going anywhere fast. It's fresh. I'm going to take my time. Yeah. And I was just looking out across that cut. Now the wind's not going to my favor. His track went along the edge of the cuts and it was kind of blowing not directly towards his tracks, but kind of off to the left, but in that general direction. And stood there for a long time, just kind of looking out there, and I pulled out Onyx and was kind of So, I think I was about 2,000 feet.
Yeah.
It went up quick and foggy. It was one of those days, we call them killing days.
Yeah. It was foggy that day, Paul.
So I'm standing there and I start easing my way along. And it's quiet. Pretty soon I come to some running tracks across his. And I look down, I'm like, those are his tracks. What's going on here? Like, I didn't jump them up. So, and I can see that they're running down off the mountain. So I go a little further. First I was going to take right off on them. And so I'm like, well, I'll give him a little time and I'll kind of figure out what happened here. Because I was 90% certain it was his track.
Yeah.
So I go a little further and, there's his bed. Tracks walking out of it. Like, I didn't jump him out of his bed. And I look at, it was pretty interesting where he bedded down. He had a view, he had the wind at his back. And he had a view down the side of that mountain for a long ways. And he was just kind of looking down over the side of it. Where he was on the backside of a stump. And kind of down, there's a skid trail. And then a hump where like the mud and stuff had pushed up. And he was on the far side of that. I was like, I would never in a million years have seen him.
No.
And if he still was in his bed when I'd caught him. So he was in a good spot. But what he did is he got up out of his bed and made a rub and then continued down away from his bed, and then get into a tree, fed around a little bit, made another haphazard rub. And then I look down and I see a deer track coming back. Like, well, that's his track coming back on his track. So I just went down to confirm. He'd gone down a little bit further off that mountain and turned right around and had come back up. Now, so he was walking back towards me, but off to my left. And there was just a little ridge in the middle of this opening. He was on the opposite side of that. So he must have caught wind of me off to my left and then took off, but stayed just down below where I couldn't see him and went across his track and where his bed was and was gone. I'm like, son of a gun.
Yeah.
So they're amazing animals because he took off and he came to like a sheer cliff.
Yeah, it was steep. You showed me where.
And you could see where he stopped and was like, not going down there. And he kind of traversed the side, kind of on some blowdowns.
Yeah, side
and
held
then,
it.
Yeah, and then went down. But the whole time he's going down, it's rocky and steep. And I'm like, how the heck does this thing not break his leg?
Part mountain goat.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a fun day. Had a blast. He went right straight to some water.
Yeah.
Went to a brook, walked up the brook about 100 yards.
Yeah.
And I got to the brook. It was like a beaver flowage. And you could see where there were some spots. We were losing the snow down there. And get into some mossy areas of this. It was almost like a peat boggish sort of like thing. And I was like, well, I'll go on the opposite side. It was all mature spruce and fir. I'm like, I'll just go in there and he's going to come out. If not, he's going to stay on this side. I'm like, I'll probably cut his track on the opposite side. So I just started walking and got his track coming out of the
brook.
Yeah, that brook.
Yeah.
And tracked a little further, but he was a runner.
Yeah.
Never stopped running.
Yeah.
So
you get those once in a while. They just don't stop. So
yeah, that was Veterans Day, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. I can't remember, Paul.
Anyway, that was a fun day. Went quite a ways. And then what was it? Tuesday, we lost the snow. And not much going on that day. That was, Tuesday may have been the day we saw 4 deer first thing that morning.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, we had a little bit, again, same thing, just a skiff of track and snow. And did it all over again. And
you tracked a couple bucks. You started out on a mediocre track there
and
switched over.
Yeah, we went over to where you shot your deer.
Yeah.
And
switched over to a bigger track there.
There was of course, which is typical. It's hard. You get a snow that goes into the morning, it can be hard to find a track, especially up here where there's low deer densities.
Yeah. And it was and we had even then, it was only a dusting of snow, so it was hard to even pick it up from, you could go over it real easy in a vehicle and not even notice that. So I had a plan B. I was like, well, I'm going to hit a few of these roads, see if we can pick up a track. If not,
There was a road an old winter road I was going to go into. Wanted to explore a little bit in the middle of nowhere. And, our last road we went down, small buck.
Yeah.
Across the road. And he was headed up into a spot that a lot of buck sign.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll follow him up there. I almost, and you'd mentioned it too, I almost think he heard us coming down the road.
Yeah.
It was that fresh.
It was fresh. Yeah, it looked fresh.
He went up over the hill, up onto that knob. And I didn't go slow. I just was like, I don't really care about shooting it.
Yeah.
If I can catch up and see him, that'd be great. But I'm going to follow him up onto the hill here. And sure enough, I get up on top and nice buck track coming down.
Yeah.
Older, not as fresh as his. He got in that, only went a little ways on him, and I see his track running from it. I'm like, yeah, he probably heard me coming. I was booking her along. So I was like, yeah, fantastic. I'm going to take this guy. And then he hooks around, he's going back down towards the road. I'm like, I probably should have drove to the end of this road.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I came out, I don't know, 50 yards or 100 yards from the pickup.
Yeah.
Like, if I just would have drove down there, could have picked up his track.
Could have saved yourself a little time on the... Yeah, that happens. You know?
Yeah. So anyway,
dead loops, and you were on a dead loop there, so...
He was headed over towards you, shot your buck.
Yeah.
And there's been a doe hanging out in that cut.
Yeah.
And he had the wind right in his face. And I'm like, he's going over to... Because we saw her track that morning. Or a doe track. Super fresh going up into that cut.
Yeah.
He wants to go over there. It's super thick. There's a section of woods to get over there that's pretty thick. And he must have had some headgear or something, because he did not. He would go and he'd be like, I don't want to go through that. And he would veer to the right, find an old skid trail to go on, and it would start to close in again. He'd be like, no, don't want to go there. And he would veer a little more to the right. And we made our way over there. And pretty soon we're coming out to the cut where almost the spot where you shot that buck.
Yeah.
And we come to, there's a doe and another buck track. And he get on with them. And I never caught him.
No.
I was going pretty slow that day because we'd lost most of the snow in the cuts. It was pretty well spotty and just leaves and stuff. And I really thought, there's some deer hanging out in those cuts that I was going to catch them there anytime. But that was fun couple days.
And you ran across something.
Yeah. So I just had a podcast not too long ago where I said, I've only seen one signpost drop in my life. Yeah. Right. It's the one that you'd found. Of all the deer that I've tracked. Yeah. Never. And some people have said, well, they're easy to miss. I'm not going to miss a rub tracking a buck.
No, I see him
100 yards away.
We see thousands of rubs.
Yeah.
Over the course of not one season, but over the course of many seasons, we see. Yeah. So eventually you're going to, if they're there,
you're going to see it.
Because we got an eye out for it. Like you say, I can be walking down the road and something will catch my eye. Like
it's Rob. And
I showed you the picture. I'm walking down a road and way up in the woods.
Yeah.
Something light colored.
Yeah, that was like 75 yards away, 100 yards away.
And I walk up and take a picture of it. You know, I said, well, so the odds of us, I'm not saying they don't exist up here because you found one.
And I would 100% say it was a signpost. It was a signpost rub.
But there certainly doesn't seem to be a lot of them up in this area for whatever reason.
Yeah. A lot of, at least for me, all the bucks that I've tracked up here, most of the sign that they lay down isn't consistently in the same spot. Yeah. It's just, I'm making a rub, I'm making a scrape. I saw so many rubs and scrapes the past 2 weeks. Yeah. They're making scrapes next to scrapes. Like the back of that cut, I think that buck I was tracking that day, God, I think we were up to like 7 scrapes he'd made.
Yeah.
And he's making them next to, like I look over and there's a hemlock, scrape under that one. And I'm like, he's just tearing up the woods.
Yeah.
And but we come to a spot and I look up and I'm like, oh, there's a rub. And I'm like, that looks like a signpost rub. And I'm getting closer. Now, we haven't seen a soul in this area hunting at all.
Yeah.
And I'm a long ways off from the road. I look over to the right. There's a trail cam.
Yeah, that
on it.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, and I'm like,
because we don't see anybody in.
No,
yeah.
And it was a long ways from the road. It'd be a bit of a pain to check this camera.
Yeah,
you're probably only going to check it if you're hunting.
Exactly.
Like, you're not just going to pull over and run up in the woods.
Yeah,
to check it because it's a bit of
quite a hike up there.
And through a bunch of crap. So I was like, hey, kudos to him. Excellent work. He
was onto it.
He was right onto it.
Yeah.
So I looked at the camera and I waved. And he's probably thinking, who the frig is in here in the middle of nowhere? Yeah. So I looked on the opposite side, and it'd been hit a lot on the opposite side over the years. And it had been hit this year, nothing aggressive.
Yeah.
But just kind of was
left a little scent on it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to miss, especially if it's near where I'm tracking the deer. But even still,
yeah,
I'm walking down a road. I'd come out to a road and there was a lot of deer sign on it. And I showed you there was a road off to the left and some alders. Rubbed down it, I don't know, 25 yards away, 30 yards away. Yeah. I'm looking for that stuff quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard for me to
we talked about that. There was a really experienced hunter down in the Adirondacks, and he said the same thing. He said, I don't know if I've ever seen one. I guess I could have missed him or whatever. And I'm thinking, before we ever talked, I said, you're too good of a hunter. You've been in the woods too many times, too many hours, too many days. You would have seen it if it was there.
It just, especially a rub is like glaringly obvious.
We find them all the time. Where I shot my deer, I went over and said, well, look, here's an old rub on a little spruce tree. Wasn't this year's, it was, for probably last year or whatever. But yeah, we find rubs all the time. And we don't find them consistently hitting one tree. I actually had a pretty neat story where we used to hunt. They'd hit a fairly big spruce tree. And the next year, I had put a trail camera on. I put a trail camera on it that year. And the next year, I put a trail camera on it again. And I had deer, nice bucks going right up and sniffing it, but they never touched it. Yeah. It was like a visual, they walked by this, it was on a trail, and they would walk down the trail, they would see it, and they would walk over and they would sniff it, but they didn't polish it up again.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah. So, and I was telling you, this is probably the most buck sign I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I've never, like, up on, there's a hill that I'd kind of gone up and poked around. And that was, again, the same thing. You kind of get a feel too to where they're going to lay down sign. It's almost like you get to a spot and you're like, especially if you're tracking a deer, you're like, he's probably going to make a scraper or rub here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I came out, there was some mixed growth, and I came out onto a skid trail. And I looked down it. First thing I see is a rub right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And then I go down to that, and I can see another one from that one. And all around this area that they harvested a while ago, there were rubs all around the edges of it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Some were extensively polished up. There was one, I've never seen a deer work a tree over that extensively. It was about the length of my rifle. I think I talked about it last time.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any bark left on that tree anywhere.
Yeah.
For about 4 feet. It was insane. But yeah. So this week's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Snow in the forecast. It's what we wait for all.
Yeah, we should. And it looks like, Paul, the weather after the snowstorm is going to stay cool. So it bodes well for snow being on the ground for pretty much the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So there'll be the deer kill. My goodness. Yeah. I kind of joke the good hunters haven't even started hunting yet.
No, they haven't even.
Yeah.
This is kind of what everyone, especially that third week on.
Yeah. Yeah.
They all
us so-so hunters. We've already shot our deer and stuff, but the good hunters are just getting just getting ready to get cranked up here with the snow and the late season. And
there's a guy I was talking to who's kind of like you. He's like, and he shot some big deer, but he's like, I say every year, I'm not going to pull the trigger early. But he's like, man, it's awful hard. When you get a buck in front of you, he goes, I think I need about a 50-pound trigger on my gun.
Yeah, I don't make any promises, you know. Like I said, I thought this year if it was a racked buck, I was gonna.
It wasn't a spike horn.
No, I was gonna shoot it if it was a racked buck, and I have no regrets. So
no, that was a beautiful deer.
Shooting it,
healthy deer, fat.
Yeah,
Jeez, and crow.
Yeah,
not a long drag.
No, it all worked out good.
It
all worked out good.
Your sled was at home on the porch.
Yeah, we'll have it for yours
I'll
this
have
week.
To break that in for you.
Yeah, well, don't break it in too much. Yeah,
280-pound buck.
Yeah,
wear the bottom of it right out. Runner 8 bear. Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun week. I was talking to Jason the other day. We got talking about Jason Bushard.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about, he'd asked me about the bird hunting. And I said, especially during deer season, we put on a lot of miles. We haven't seen any birds.
Yeah.
And he said the same thing.
He echoed the same.
He said it was.
Yeah, the forester I told you I talked to that was.
Not the best bird season. And I said, you talk to people. Lacey was kind of disagreeing with me because she runs into people and they talk about, oh my God, we had a fantastic day of bird hunting. And I'm like, Lacey, it's probably one day that they had good, and I'm like, that's an anecdotal data point. It's one day. When you talk to someone that lives in the woods,
right,
and guides,
you have to get a bigger picture of the situation. And we certainly now have spent enough time in the woods and covered enough miles that I'm not gonna. You're gonna have a hard time convincing me it was.
We had some good days, and I was telling Jason that. So we had some days that. We saw 16 birds or whatever.
Yeah.
But those were few and far between.
They were few.
Most of the days were were single digits.
And when I talked to the forester there, Mr. Copperthwaite, he said the same thing. And he spends a lot of time in the woods. And so I go with those guys.
Well, that's what Jason does for a living.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
got dogs and clients.
Yes, he chases birds.
And that's what they do all October. And lots of miles.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was a meh year.
It was.
It's like, yeah, I agree. But at least he's like, oh no, so-and-so was seeing all kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a day or two here.
Yeah, and their perception on what is all kinds can vary,
Yeah, you're right.
I've had people tell me, I saw, 6 or 7 birds, and it's like, to me, at the best time of bird hunting, 6 or 7 birds is not a lot of birds. No. It's I think of the days that in the morning we might see 30 birds or whatever, and those are good days.
That's when it's good bird hunting.
We've many times, Paul, you and I, or even 3 or 4 people have had a limit, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Before the moose hunting became such a popular thing, we used to go up.
Yeah.
It didn't matter, good year, bad year, whatever. I remember 4 of us in a vehicle, and we'd have a limit of birds by like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
9:30.
Yeah.
And that was nothing.
Yeah.
To write home about. It was like, that's what happens.
Yeah. The moose hunting really, it opened the eyes of a lot of people that would come from either out of state or downstate, and they would cruise the woods, moose hunting, and they found out, what the bird hunting could be up here.
Yeah.
So then they just started coming up bird hunting and stuff, and it it kind of changed with the advent of the moose hunt.
Yeah.
So which is all right, people, hey, they were onto it.
Get outside is good for the soul.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the best part about deer hunting.
Yeah.
It's like I never go home thinking what a crappy day I didn't shoot a deer.
Yeah.
It's like I had a lot of fun, especially if you can track.
Yeah.
Man, it's
well, you're gonna be in your element this week, I think, Paul.
It's gonna be a fun week.
I just hope we don't get too much. That yeah.
We had one. There was a couple years there.
Oh, I've seen a lot of years
we got
when
hammered.
we had too much.
So hard to hunt.
Yeah,
so hard to hunt.
Narda was asking me about that. You know, is 8 inches too much to, you know? And I said no. But if you start getting up to a foot of snow, then
or that year we had 18
yeah.
or so in the woods.
Yeah.
So,
oh, I can remember it was up to my waist or up to my.
You'd get in the edge of a cut where all those bushes,
the raspberries
were
and held it
right up to your waist.
Yeah, yeah, that's
miserable.
Yeah, I can remember you and the year you and Riley went, and I could go, but I just couldn't go, 8 or 9 miles in it. I could do a few miles in it, but it was just it was just too hard going.
Yeah, it was.
When you're plowing snow,
all day long
with your thighs and stuff. Yeah. It's too hard going.
It's funny, on those days, the fronts of my ankle and foot would be wicked fatigued from pulling my toe
up through the snow.
How do you train for that? You're pulling you're constantly, flexing your foot, pulling it up, and all that weight on your toe.
Yeah.
All day long. You do that every step all day long. And I can remember getting back to camp and kind of elevating my toes, my foot, and being like, man, the fronts of my shin and ankle is worn out.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah. Different type of movement.
Yeah. I mean, that's
you're not used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to go work that out before the season?
Yeah. A couple of things, Paul, and I mentioned it. I didn't notice until after that I was wearing the same blaze orange vest I wore in 1987.
Yeah, in that photo of your back.
I'm still wearing the same blaze orange vest, and I usually wash it every year.
Yeah,
and it has held up.
I was thinking that this morning. Now that you mention it, you get a problem with a lot of orange apparel fading,
and that's still bright.
How the heck is that thing?
I do wash it. I do take care of it.
But how the heck is it that bright?
I know.
Like, you had to buy a new Stormy Cromer hat because it was all faded.
Yeah, they only last me maybe 2 years at the most before they really fade out the Stormy Cromer wool blaze orange hats. But that vest has and I don't know when I got it, but I do know the first year we went to deer camp, I was 28, 29 years old. 87, excuse me.
It was the first year, yeah.
It was the first year I had that vest. Yeah. And I had the same wool coat that I still wear it. I didn't wear it this year when I shot the deer, the one with my patches on it, but I still wear it. I still have it and still wear it. And that was the coat I had up there.
Is that a Woolrich?
It's a Woolrich. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't make things like they used to.
No, don't buy Woolrich now.
Oh my God.
Get on their website there and you won't find any buffalo plaid hunting jackets, I'll tell you that.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's owned by a Japanese company, isn't it?
I don't know who they're Italian.
Don't quote me on it.
Maybe Italian or Japanese. Yeah, they're way off the charts in my
it's not a
redneck northern Maine thinking. I happened to stumble onto it there. I a year ago or so. I thought I'll look up Woolrich. I was looking for some wool, and that didn't work out too good.
Yeah,
not a place in northern Maine deer tracker is going to find any wool apparel.
You get your new wool pants all dirty too.
I did, yeah. My
maybe a little bloody.
My big bill.
Yeah,
and I will say that I like those pants for the price point.
Till the stitching starts falling apart next year.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'll
just have to shoot deer real early in the season.
You seem to be doing that
without
anyway.
Putting too many miles on them. Don't want to wear it out.
No, don't want to wear anything out.
Yeah.
Jeez, don't even want to hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that blaze orange vest. Yeah, that's in the first buck that you shot up there.
Yeah.
You were wearing it.
Yeah.
Still wearing it to this day. I mean, I do the same thing. My wool vest is the same vest I had since I was 14.
Right.
I had a Woolrich one before that, but it was smaller because I was 10 or 11. But yeah, I still wear it. Still holding up good. So, well, great. So we'll see how week 3 unfolds.
Yeah, things are. There's a lot of deer hunters that are like kids at Christmas right now.
Oh my God,
on Christmas Eve, because looks like and I never want to say anything's a sure thing.
Yeah,
but it looks like they're pretty confident we're going to have some good snow. So,
I was putting of course, I wait till the last minute. I was putting the blower on the tractor this morning, frigging with that. And I told Lacey, I'm like, I'm going to be gone. So you might be snowed in for a few days. She's got a 4-wheel drive, so she'll get in and out. But I'm like, I'll blow it out when I get back. But
yeah,
I said, tell the neighbors the same thing.
I kind of felt kind of guilty that I was talking to Narda, and I said, boy, I maybe I'll hang back a little bit go up Monday so I can clean everything out. I got a couple places to clean out. And she says, oh, I can take care of it. Don't worry. I think she wants to get rid of me.
I think so.
I think she's willing to pay the price of snow blowing and shoveling just to have me out of the house. So
well, I didn't tell Lacey to run the blower.
To run the tractor? Yeah.
I don't think that would
go over good.
No, I'd probably have some fires to put out when I get back.
Yeah. Yeah.
If no one was injured.
Yeah.
But that might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her, I'm like, because I kind of blow the neighbors out too.
Yeah.
And Dan across the street, he's always like, I've got a 4-wheel drive pickup. I'm in no hurry to be blown
That's
out.
good that you do that for him.
But
Dan's a good guy too.
Yeah. So he's like, because I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm not snow blowing until the storm's over with.
Yeah.
Unless I'm super bored.
Yeah.
But there's a single mother across the road here.
Yeah.
That she's got a little car. I said, maybe just want to let her know, Lise, I'm not going to be back till midweek. So if it's
she may be expecting
if it's a substantial snowfall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold tight.
Yeah.
Hunker down.
Yeah. Tell her to pray that you shoot a deer early in the week so you can get back here and blow out the driveways. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bo's looking forward to it. He's like, Dad, shoot a deer so I can go up to I want to go to the woods again.
You get a lot of people counting on you, Paul.
I know they're putting the pressure on me.
They put a lot of pressure. That deer hunting should
let
not
me
be
enjoy it.
Right. Deer hunting should not be about putting pressure on somebody to.
You got to get it done. I want
your
father to go to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Well, he can go to Massachusetts.
That may not be happening whether you shoot a deer or not. So.
No, you don't want to go?
No, I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'm not putting you on any pressure on you to
I'm not
get
worried
a deer.
about it.
You enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Season's been good enough already.
Yeah.
You shooting one.
Well, it's only going to get better.
In that area, shooting one in an area that you kind of cut your teeth deer hunting.
Yeah.
There's something special about that. Just being there. God, I have so much fun poking around there. We got so many memories of tracking deer as a kid.
Yeah.
Up and over
we have
those
a lot
hills.
of memories of that.
I shot my first buck up on that.
And then it, like I say, it went completely dead for so many years. For 20 years, it was completely dead.
Near. Yep.
Yeah, since the early 2000s, and so it's good to get back in there.
Even the latter years of our deer camp, we were traveling a long ways away to deer hunt.
Yeah.
Nowhere near there.
Yeah,
but early on, back in the 80s, there was a lot of deer.
Yeah,
right there. It was and big deer.
Yeah,
big deer. So, well, great. That's week 3 update.
Yeah, excuse me,
week 2.
Yeah, I picked up my deer today.
Did you?
Yeah. I had it at a butcher there, and it worked out good and stuff. And so, I just want to give a shout out to Joe Chassie.
Yeah, he does a good job.
He's a local deer cutter here. He does a lot for the community, cutting up moose and deer and
all the guys that end up dropping their deer off here for me to eat.
Yeah, have gone through Joe. So I appreciate Joe, and
there's a lot of people that will call me up because that's basically the only red meat we eat.
Yeah.
We do a little bit of bison from where we order our
yeah.
seafood and chicken from. but we don't buy red meat from the
Right.
store at all.
Well, I
And,
won't have to. Like I say, I still have last year's moose and a lot of last year's deer, and now this one. So
Yeah.
yeah,
A deer lasts us, like we went through 3 last year.
yeah,
And so, yeah, there's a few guys that I know, like their wives won't even let them cook it.
Yeah.
You know, let alone sit down and eat it. And so there's one, he said, "You want some of this deer? Because I'm not going to be eating a whole lot of it."
yeah.
Heck yeah, bring her over. We'll
Yeah.
eat her up. Doesn't last long. Kids love it. Lacey
Yeah.
prefers that over everything.
Yeah.
And it's so dang good for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than
Yeah,
that.
as far as red meat, it's certainly the way to go, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bison's the other one that's super good for you.
Yeah.
Lean and healthy.
Yeah.
So
Narda was making a lasagna when I left the house, and it had deer meat in it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
yeah, she's been doing all the cooking for us.
She has, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's almost like, here.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Don't let the door hit you in the butt on
Exactly.
the way out.
Maybe she's got a boyfriend that,
Well, I hope not.
Jason, get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been sitting in the truck reading.
Yeah.
Eating snacks.
Yeah, I read a book in one day, yeah.
Which has come in handy because it's shortened up my walk back to the truck quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now I just got to send a text to you and be like, I'm on
Yeah.
such and such a road.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
On Mickey Pond Road.
Yeah, Mickey Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, Mickey Pond
Yeah.
Road.
Track that buck. He bedded right down on top of him. Mickey Mountain.
Yeah.
It's kind of a inside joke.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, we're going up to dinner.
Yes, we are.
I got more stuff. I got to run some errands.
Farewell dinner. We're
pushing
going to go out
3
and
o'clock.
enjoy ourselves and
Yep.
have a good supper.
Run a bunch of errands and head back out tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Do it all over again.
Amen.
All right. I guess that's all she wrote. So until next time, get outside.
It's good for the soul.
See ya.